So that means we starting with no fall weddings.
Welcome back to No Fall Weddings. JP here with a special guest, WSO Boom.
Yes, sir.
So the championship weekend concluded this weekend, and then we got our 12-team playoff that everyone's super excited about, except your boy.
Jesus.
Bad enough that Ohio State lost just an ugly ass game Sunday night or Saturday night, but that didn't really matter. They're going to make the playoff anyways. They get the bye.
And still the best team.
Maybe. A lot of flaws really showed out. Our offensive line, running game, quarterback, young quarterback. You know, when he got sacked 6 times all year, got sacked 5 times that night, and he looked pressured. He looked confused by Indiana's good defense, and it was like, yeah, he finally. I think it's good for us in the long run. It's unfortunate because now we can't be considered the greatest team of all time when you lose, but in the end, it probably will help just like it did last year. I'd rather lose to Indiana than Michigan, so I'm happy about that.
That's funny.
But I definitely didn't get any sleep because it was just one of those annoying ass games where you have the ball twice inside the 15-yard line and get 0 points. Ugh. But that's not what I'm pissed off about. I wonder why. Because there's certain SEC teams that have this bias that's keeping my Notre Dame Fighting Irish out of the playoff. I don't want to say yours was one of them, but they are when I really think about it.
Nah. But listen, like I could get your frustration, but is it really at the SEC or is it at Notre Dame? Let's be honest.
Be honest, it's Alabama specifically. So it's the SEC.
But technically, why Alabama? That's what I want to know. Why Alabama? They have the same record. Technically, technically Alabama have 3 losses, but the only reason why they have 3 losses is because they had a championship game. So you can't knock them for losing that.
Oh, but I can, because every team that has lost a conference championship game since 2019 has moved down in the rankings. Every single one except Alabama.
I got a question for you. Every single team that lost the conference, how many of them still made the playoffs? Because if you make it there, if you got a good record, it's like that's a bad example because y'all both was undefeated. But like if you lose the championship game, you might be a good team. So like, how can you punish a team that's the same record as a team with no championship game just because they lost the championship game?
2 years ago, Georgia was undefeated, number 1 in the country, lost the SEC championship game to Alabama for the second time that year, and dropped all the way to 7. So
made the playoff, right?
Yeah, when it was the 4-team playoff. Yep. My main issue is the committee. I guess you talk about Bama, SEC. No, it's the committee, because they're flawed humans. You can get as many of them as you want into a room. They're flawed, and they F this totally up. Because 6 weeks ago, Notre Dame was ranked 10th in that ranking, and they did nothing but blow teams out by double digits. I fully admit that they did not play the hardest schedule. They beat a top 15 USC team by double digits, but the rest of it was Cupcake City. Fully admit that. But from that point, Miami just starts creeping up, and then they eventually pass them. They got the head-to-head. Now, my issue is they kept saying for 2 weeks that they were part of the same group. Like this whole, whatever they come up with this grouping that they decide to talk about, this grouping of Miami, BYU, and Notre Dame. For 2 weeks, they said that they're in the same grouping. So they looked at all 3 teams, and then they ranked them: Notre Dame, BYU, Miami. That was for 2 weeks in a row. And nothing changes except BYU in the middle there loses their conference championship game. They moved down. They were in, right? You asked about which one got knocked out. They moved down. Miami moves up, theoretically, and then all of a sudden becomes head-to-head, and they jump Notre Dame. It's just, if Miami would have been ranked ahead of Notre Dame 2 weeks ago, I would have no issue with that. I really wouldn't. I said on my No Fall Weddings that I felt uncomfortable with Notre Dame being ahead of Miami, because it's not like Notre Dame has like 6 top 25 wins. They have one. They have 2 good losses, what you call good losses, but one of them's to Miami. Although it was week 1, still got to count that. I'm okay with that. It's this Alabama shit where they were ranked ahead of Bama. Notre Dame goes out to Stanford, is up 35-3 at half. Alabama takes a 4th and goal with 3 minutes to go to beat Auburn, a 4-win team, and that jumps Notre Dame. And that set the precedent. Like, what are we doing? Why did that jump them? Because they knew they screwed up weeks ago not having Miami ahead of Notre Dame.
So if they would have had Miami ahead of Notre Dame a few weeks ago, what I'm getting from you is that you will be fine with them missing the playoffs.
No, because I think we should be ahead of Alabama. I just think we're a better team than Alabama. Look at Alabama's last 5 weeks.
But has Alabama played better competition than y'all?
A little bit. The strength of schedule, we were 13th, they were 10th. So it's not like it's some big discrepancy. Like they feasted on a lot of the mid-tier SEC teams that people claim to say are good. Like Vanderbilt and Tennessee, the ones that are ranked like 20, 21, just because they beat up on each other.
Losses. I'm talking about the losses.
Oh, the losses. Let's talk about the losses. Thank you. This is why I wanted to. This is why you and me, like, you set me up. You set me up. They lost so we talk about Notre Dame's loss in week 1, right? Like that's cost us all year. Losing to Miami week 1, freshman quarterback, losing by 3. Alabama lost to Florida State by 14 points.
Mm-hmm.
Florida State, who has 4 wins this year, maybe 5. Blown out. But I watched the post game of the reveal ranking. They didn't bring that up one time.
What's the other 2 losses? Because they both lost another game.
They lost to your Oklahoma Sooners.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Which I remember in the moment going like, oh, that might get Oklahoma back in the playoff conversation, not to actually jump all of us.
Oh my God! Once we beat Alabama, I knew we was getting in. Long as we went out, I knew Oklahoma was gonna get in. But you see, I'm kind of with you with Notre Dame should be in there and Alabama out.
I think only because
y'all need to.
Sorry, go ahead. Yep,
y'all need to join a conference.
That's that BS. Nah.
Yeah, like you can't like it's literally like if y'all don't go undefeated or now with that new playoff ranking lose 1 game, like y'all would never get like it's gonna be like this every year, or y'all might get in at the end. But like if y'all can't have more than 1 slip up without, that's the only way y'all could get in then.
No, I agree that it sets us up for we have to go. If we lose 2 games, we set ourselves up for this kind of stuff.
Yeah,
if
that's what I'm saying.
We go 11-1, we take care of business. Or if we just play a better schedule. I mean, year to year, you never know what you're going to get from certain teams.
Mm-hmm.
But the conference thing is overrated because Miami didn't play in their conference championship this year. They made it in that ACC. Like they didn't play in it. It's that extra game, but as you saw with BYU, it cost them. They were in, so they lost to Texas Tech again, knocked them out. Notre Dame will never join a conference. They're the University of College Football. It's beneath us.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, and then that's why y'all cry. And then I know this is what I see. I agree with you. They should be in. Like I like. It's funny because watching ESPN before, because I didn't know what was going on yesterday. Like, but when I seen it drop, I wanted to hit you.
Oh man,
because I was watching it, they was number 10 on everybody, like all the rankings I seen.
You mean like the AP poll stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 5 different things I looked at, and they was number 10. So I'm like, oh, Notre Dame getting in.
We were minus 3,000 on DraftKings and FanDuel to make it. Like there was no doubt, according to Vegas, that we were going to get in. Like it was really between Bama and Miami, and even Bama had better odds than Miami. And once I saw Bama come up first, my heart dropped because I'm like, they're not gonna put Notre Dame over Miami, which I said I wouldn't want. That it sets a bad precedent. I love those September games, with non-conference opponents. And if you don't count the head-to-head, teams will start not playing those games.
Word.
It's just tough because I I remember years ago when Bama was trying to get in and Nick Saban was clamoring that, oh, we would be favored over this team and this team and this team. I'm like, shut up, Nick. Shut up. This ain't we don't play the games on Vegas. But if you look at Vegas odds now, Notre Dame would be 5.5-point favorites over Miami.
Mhm.
3-point favorites over Alabama. We would be 9.5-point favorites over your Oklahoma Sooners.
I knew it was coming. But we will
You
win,
guys,
though. But we
you
will win,
guys, and the worst part is Oklahoma plays Alabama. So, like, those are the two teams I legitimately think Notre Dame is better, but one of them has to win. So I can't even go like if they both got blown out, it would just prove, secondarily, it'll be like, see, we should have been in, and one of them is going to get a W, and it's going to annoy me. We'll see. You really that confident?
No, I think this team trash, but I like our defense.
Me too.
I like our defense, and I
Me
like
too.
our defense, and I just don't like our quarterback. To be real with you,
I love your defense, especially against Bama. Their offense is not very good. It just isn't. Georgia shut their ass down. -3 yards. You and me ran for more yards than Alabama did on Saturday. -3. I know that counts sacks in college football, but that's a joke. And that was the worst part is they got blown out. They got embarrassed by Georgia, by a team they supposedly, they beat already. And it was just, they played so poorly the last 5 months. And we always talk about the 12 best teams now, right? It's resume, it's head to head, it's strength of schedule. It's, they even say like it's your eyesight, right? It's what you see on the field. And it's how you're playing right now. Bama is trash.
Yeah, I think Bama. I think Bama gonna lose against Oklahoma, and I think they put them against Oklahoma because I think that's the best shot of them winning a game in the first round. I think every other team would beat Alabama. I don't care about another team.
Not every team, because let's talk about the two non-Power 5 teams.
Look at you about to hate.
Bro,
See, I'm not hating on them. I'm not hating.
Bro. James Madison. Tulane.
No, when I seen James Madison, I ain't gonna hold you.
Come on. You're like, who? What is this, college basketball? Like the 64 seed? Playing?
When I see James Madison, I'm like, why everybody mad about Alabama?
Well, it's not their fault, right? Like, this is how they structured it. It's because the Duke won the ACC championship game and they weren't ranked, so they couldn't take the ACC champion. So now you get the two highest non-Power 4 conference in the 12-team playoff.
That is crazy.
What are we doing? Listen, I'm all for the underdog thing, but Notre Dame, as biased as I am, can legitimately win this whole thing because of their running backs and a good defense and an improving quarterback. James Madison and Tulane, when they get blown out by 40 points, it's going to be an embarrassment. And we're going to go, what are we doing? Like, yeah,
it's not an embarrassment because it's not an embarrassment. Like, the first round do not matter. Let's be 100%. The first round of everything doesn't matter. Like, even the NFL playoffs. Like the first round, it matters to the team. It's the second round when it start getting. That's when it really matters, bro. When you know it's good team versus good team. Once the wild card round in the NFL is done, like you want the division winners. You want the meat and potatoes.
I'm going to mostly agree with you because last year all 4 home teams won, but then those 4 teams all beat the teams with the bye. So it does matter who wins, right? Like, and you got Miami, Texas A&M. I think that's a decent coin toss. Miami's definitely the more physical team. A&M's got all the speed, and the winner plays Ohio State. I think it's a damn good game either way.
Oh, y'all lost.
Then you just said we're the best team. But you know what sucks? The only reason I suck that Ohio State lost is we would have been in the Rose Bowl if we won. Now our choices were either Texas Stadium, Jerry World against A&M, or the Orange Bowl against potentially Miami. What the F, man? That's a road game either way. We're all the Big Ten stadiums. It sucks. We had to do it last year. We had to go to Jerry World against Texas. Ugh.
But it worked out.
It did. It did. And it'll work out again. Ryan Day will figure this out. But James Madison, Tulane, get the F out of here. It just sucks, man. Notre Dame, they kept saying, is just, yeah, they lost by 1 or 3 to Miami, 1 by A&M, just went out and they'll get in. And it just, they're done. They're done.
For
It
some
hurts,
reason,
man.
I don't know why I didn't even think Texas Tech at the beginning. I forgot all about the Big 12. I forgot that they was in the Big 12. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, Tulane won the Big 12. When they become part of the Big 12? Like, so I'm confused. Like, I was confused with like the James Madison thing. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, everyone mad about Bama, but like, what was the like? Look at
James Madison. But you talked about Texas Tech, the most dangerous team that no one really knows, including me. Totally
Wait,
honest. I
I'm
didn't watch a lot
confused.
of that.
Wait, hold on. Okay,
Yeah.
hold on.
Yep.
Hold on. If so you said if like since Duke didn't win, who
If Virginia would have won, they would have been in the
okay, since
tournament,
they like okay,
and
taking it since
they would have knocked out James Madison
okay, so why is James Madison in?
because Duke won the championship and they're not ranked. So you have to be ranked. You
Cool.
have to be a ranked conference champion to make
So
the
why
playoff.
can't so why can't I'm confused why that don't go to like why don't Notre Dame fit that same like pedigree with the like Tulane in them?
That's a good question. I think it has to do with just the wording of who's next in. Like if they're not, you're right. Like they're not taking the next best team. They're taking the next non-power 4 team, which makes no sense.
Oh,
You're right.
so what's called is a power team, even though they're not in the conference, they're considered a power. Notre
Who?
Dame. Notre Dame. That's why
No.
I'm so confused with it. Since they're not a
That,
power, why can't
yeah, you're
they?
right. I think independent doesn't count towards that. I think you're
Oh,
right.
okay,
It's
that's dumb.
and it's and it's funny. We actually have like a clause for going forward that if Notre Dame's ranked in the top 12, they're automatically in the playoff. Which, if that just doesn't speak to the high superiority of Notre Dame, people are pissed when they read that. Hey man, University College football, don't hate. And so what do you think about Notre Dame saying no to a bowl game? Do you think that's
No,
petty?
I think that's like the like like I teach my kids like if you want to finish something, finish it. Like
Mm-hmm.
we can't sit there and everybody give Lane Kiffin like all this slack for leaving like in the middle of the seat, and they not like whatever if y'all want him to finish or whatever, all that, and then say it's cool for them not to play a bowl game. Like finish the season, bro. Like finish it.
A meaningless bowl game on ESPN.
But no, that game could like, bro, it's always seniors or juniors on that team that
Mm-hmm.
that never got a chance to do certain things. Maybe was injured. Maybe this is their last shot before like the Senior Bowl or something, and that they could get like eyes on them for draft stock for the next
For the NFL draft.
yeah, for the
Yeah.
NFL draft. Like it's always benefits in that. Like to me, I think if you start something, you should finish it.
I can't deny any of that. So I'm really split. I like the arrogance to just F off ESPN just because how they played us, being ranked ahead for weeks, saying, we were okay, and then just pulling the carpet on us because I really think the whole SEC on ESPN thing is really starting to show its teeth now and
Mm-hmm.
how much they control the narrative.
Mm.
And but I'm with you. Like we lose out on 15 practices, which yeah, our best players won't play the game. Most of them, right? Our quarterback
Mm.
would, which he's still a freshman. I would love him to get 15 practices and reps in a game, right? Get ready for next year. He's going to be the man. He's going to win me a Heisman next year. Our 2 running backs going to be playing, but that's a possibility for our third string running back who's going to be our starter next year. Get him reps, get him game, more game experience. Wide receivers, the backups that are going to play next year. I'm with you. That's what hurts because every time they always talk about a team that didn't make a bowl game, they always say, well, they're missing out on that time. And we're choosing not to do that. Man, I love just saying F you, ESPN. You're not getting our money because Notre Dame brings the eyes no matter what bowl game it is. And it was going to be, they wanted BYU versus Notre Dame. And those are the 2 teams that fell out of the playoff. And I think that would have gotten a lot of ratings. And they're saying, we're not giving you those.
Oh, you talk to church people? But the Mormons versus the Catholics.
Yes, sir.
But I'm gonna be honest. Like I would have did the same thing to be like to be real with you. But I'm a person that say I do. You got to beat this out.
Yep.
I do
I see
bitch ass shit.
I see both. Yeah, I see both. I just
And
think if
like
they
if you
didn't
do
screw
bitch
us,
ass shit, you should admit to doing it. That's all I'm saying.
that's fair.
That's all I feel. Like like, but I don't know. If my kid was going to that school, I'd be like, yo, we
So do you,
transferring out next year.
hell no. No. If you go to Notre Dame, you don't transfer out,
No,
bro.
we going.
You're getting
So
that. You're getting that scholarship.
we
You're
going
getting
to
that
Oklahoma.
diploma. Yeah, right. So, do you think Oklahoma, since we got you here, do you think they can beat Indiana once they beat Alabama?
No. No, wait. They put up 13 points. Yes.
Against, oh, listen, Ohio State's defense is all time.
Cool. I believe in my defense.
Okay.
I don't know how many points we could put up.
Yeah, so that's my issue. Like, Indiana earned that. You ain't gonna hear me downplay how well they played and how confused they made our offense.
Mm-hmm.
But the dumb crap we did on offense is what kept me up at night. Missing a 26-yard field goal, fourth and one, where a quarterback doesn't really know how to sneak the ball. He just stands there and is waiting for somebody to push him when there's nobody to push him, and then his knee just goes down and he comes short. Like, that's kind of stuff that just can't happen. And if they don't, maybe we score 10 points right there. And then I'm giving Indiana all the credit in the world. They wanted it more. I think we're coming off that big Michigan win and we just kind of settled. But Ohio State ain't going anywhere, man. Miami and Texas A&M, bringing them on. Georgia, bringing them on. Texas Tech, the one team that scares the hell out of me. That
like
legit.
Mm-hmm. But
so that's the four best defenses right there: Texas Tech, Indiana, Georgia, and Ohio State, and then you guys. So I do think you will beat Alabama because of your defense.
We're gonna beat Alabama. I think we could beat Indiana. If you gonna tell me who I'm gonna pick over the whole thing, I might say Oklahoma. I mean not Oklahoma. Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm Sooners out.
Why did I invite you on here again? Thank you for watching No Fault Weddings. Thank you, WSO Boom, for hopping on, helping out. Thank you for everyone listening to my soapbox and my angry soapbox.
That's all it was.
Yep, I had It was a day and a half of just sitting on that. Screw the SEC.
That's my conference now.